ですか。戦闘ならご期待に添える働きをさせていただきます。誇らしきご主人様。
Oh, good morning. I hope everyone's doing well today. Oh, I think I've lost capture there. God damn it. My laptop is plagued with bloody bugs this morning. Hold on. Yeah. Come on. Oh, my emulator just crashed. Yay! Oh. First I had a problem with the speakers and the headphones. Then Discord had a problem. I thought everything was working fine, and now the emulator crashed. Ay. Oh well, nothing I can do about that. Just gotta keep trying to get it working. Be back in a sec.
Azul よくお戻りになられました。誇らしきご主人様。
And we are back. I've got it working again. So let's continue. I'm still hunting for combat data to get HMS Drake today. So let's keep at it. Ooh, not bad. More royal. Could always need that. I've got a larger mug of tea this morning, so hopefully I won't run out. And I've got a box of chocolates next to me for snacks and energy. Oh, that is very lovely tea. Oh, very lovely. Oh. Why is it when I'm hearing this Christmas song I've got Pandero stuck in my head? Thank you Sam for showing me Pandero. It's stuck in my head now. Oh well. It's better than having Christmas songs stuck in your head all the time. Let's see, we'll go for this one. We'll do all of these ones. Oh, that one's going. Sorry, I'm still half asleep. Now, and done. Oh, let's see how the girls in the dorm are doing. Oh, they've run out of food. No, we'll give you some more food, don't worry. There you go, girls. There you go. Happy. Now it's the cats. They need feeding, cleaning and all that. Don't they? Yes, they do. Clean them, feed them, and play with them. There we go. They should be happy until tomorrow. ITO. First we go into hard and do the hard ones. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just rolls. Not adjust. I need the rolls. Yep. Go. Alright, girls. Go get the stuff. They're not doing bad this morning. That's not bad. Oh, very lovely. I gotta say, I love the sound effects in this game. Oh, nice volley, Washington. This is going very well. I hope everyone has a good one. Ooh, very lovely. Did we get what we were after? Nope. Let's go again. That is a lovely picture of Javelin. Ooh, lovely volley there. Not bad. Come on, girls, I know you can do it. Kill your evil clone. Oh, boss time. Come on. Let's hope we get it. lovely shot. That was great.
勝利。
Did we get it this time? Nope. Ah. Let's
よくお戻
check
り
the
になられまし
missions.
た。紅茶
See which hard missions give us the... what's it? Oh, we don't want that, we want side. Now the one we're after... 7-2. And 8-2. 7-2, 8-2, 9-2. Okay. We'll start work on them tomorrow. We'll do this one. One last time for hard mode today. And hopefully we get one. Hopefully. Ah, lovely cup of tea.
では始めよう。我らの破壊を。
Good luck. All the best. Try to get the gold.
キャベリンの活躍見てくださいね。
If no matter what I do, my secondary screen is always lagging behind.
キャベリンの
Oh
活
well.
躍見てくださいね。生きた。
Ooh, lovely volley there, love. Ooh. That was great timing, that.
今やらなきゃって気がする。 今やらなきゃって気がする。
Come on, girls, I know you can do it. Hey, lovely shot. And I've not put my glasses on, I'm an idiot. Oh, I get a javelin. But do I get the gold piece that I need? Nope, I get a blue. Oh well. Right, now to move back to normal mode. And we're going to move back up to 8-4. Right. You are going to be Fleet 5. You are going to be Fleet 1. Ooh, I need to adjust the screen a bit. Part of the screen's off. Sorry about that, guys. And there you go. I thought I did adjust it, I just adjusted at the wrong angle. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go. British combat data, come on. Come on, Monarch. I know you can do it. Loading. Let me know if I put anyone in the wrong order. Nope. Please tell me it's not crashed. Nope. Woo! Oh, lovely shot, Queen Elizabeth. Monarch's up. Lovely shooting. Oh, Hood got MVP that round.
頼るがいい。
私がどきなさい。
艦隊を一隻たりともかけることなく連れ帰ってみせる。
I'm glad people are enjoying this.
魔法
I am.
アルマゲドン。
Oh, we got the submarines with us today.
見てくださいね。魔法アルマゲドン。
優雅はだけじゃありませんよ。
Oh, lovely shot, Hood.
女王の号令でもこの幻想なる帝王を従えられない。
I think Hood does, not Hood, Monarch just obliterated everything.
さあ、頼るがいい。女王の号令でもこの幻想なる帝王を従
Oh,
え
we
ら
got
れ
the
ない。
submarines with us again.
いいだぜ。
魔法アルマゲドン。ジャベリンの活躍見てくださいね。
Ooh, York, you took that on the face then. Come on, Hood, clear the lane.
沈む魔法アルマゲドン。
女王の号令でもこの幻想なる帝王を従えられない。暖かい日差し。
Oh, that didn't go too badly.
頼るがいい。
私がどき
この
なさい。
艦隊を一隻たりともかけることな
Lovely
く
shots.
連れ帰ってみせる。
魔法アルマゲドン。王家の栄光のために。
Ooh, lovely.
優雅はだけじゃありませんよ。
沈んでもらうわ。
女王の号令でもこの幻想なる帝王を
Oh,
従えられ
lovely
ない。
shots there, Monarch. That was a nice shot, Queen Elizabeth.
ジャベリンの活躍見てくださいね。
Oh, that was good. Every time they fired a volley, they ended something. Alright, so let's see how this goes.
敵の皆様、次は少々痛くなります。
私歌を捧げなさい。
敵の皆様、次は少々痛く
Oh,
なり
that
ま
was
す。
a lovely shot from Warspite already. Oh,
ベルリー・ドゥ・ラ・デスピキオ。
oh, the aircraft carriers are going. Oh, you've just spawned into that. Oh, I feel so sorry for you.
ベルリー・ドゥ・ラ・デスピキオ。
Oh, I'm guessing you're all gonna die now. Warspite's about to fire. And yeah, Warspite to save the day.
限界に縛ら
Ooh, not bad. Let's go again. This is going very well.
女王の号令でもこの幻想なる帝王を従えられない。
doing so badly, is it?
見てくださいね。王家の栄光のために。
Oh, lovely shots.
優雅はだけじゃありませんよ。
Again, that was a lovely shot by
魔
Monarch.
法アルマゲドン。
I think I might change Warspite's camo. Oh, not camo. Yeah, the skin on her main cannon rounds.
優雅はだけじゃありませんよ。
Oh, lovely shot, Hood. Very lovely shot.
暖かい日差し。
And she got MVP for that as well. Ooh, that was nice. Come on. Yay!
魔法アルマゲドン。
Oh, that was lovely.
ジャベリンの活躍見てくださいね。
女王の号令でもこの幻想なる帝王を従えられない。
I feel sorry for that ship that spawned right into Monarch's barrage then. Oh, I feel so sorry for
さあ
you.
頼る。
Oh, this week's just kicking ours, isn't it? Maybe we should try a higher difficulty area.
この幻想なる帝王を従えられない。
See how they go off then. Because they're not taking too much damage.
魔法アルマゲドン。ジャベリンの活躍見てくださいね。 優雅はだけじゃありませんよ。魔法アルマゲドン。
女王の号令でもこの幻想なる帝王を従えられない。
Monarch's barrage there.
魔法アルマゲドン。ジャベリンの
Lovely shot there, Queen
見てく
Elizabeth.
ださいね。ジャベリンはすごいです。
We'll check the combat data after this as well.
頼るがいい。
前にひさまずきな
この
さい。
艦隊を一隻たりとも欠けることなく連れ帰ってみせる。
魔法アルマゲドン。王家の栄光のために。
Oh, Hood's firing. Everyone's gonna die. Now
女
Monarch's
王の号
firing.
令でもこの幻想なる帝王を従えられない。
I think Hood and Monarch are trying to have a competition to see who can sink the most people in one volley. Oh, alright, Warspite. Time to kick butt. Ooh, immediately that first torpedo volley wipes them out.
敵の皆様、次は少々痛くなりますよ。
Not doing bad at all, girls. victorious and formidable, just sending the bombers right at the right timing. Oh, not a bad job, girls. Not bad. Now, where are we at? Shipyard. We are almost there on the first lot of combat data. And then we gotta get the second lot of combat data. And I've gotta get 8 more of them. Yep. And then I've just gotta do the whole construction. So, those two won't be that bad. So it's just these two that'll take a bit of time. Okay. Not bad though. Right. We'll go into a higher difficulty area. 9-4. Let's do it. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do double on that. Rolls. Yep. Yep. I think this is a reverse one, so Warspite's fleet are up first. That's fine.
敵の皆様、次は少々痛くなります。私らを捧げなさい。敵の皆様、次は少々痛くなりますよ。
I'm sorry they got to kill you to go. Oh. Oh, nice double kill there.
敵の皆様、次は少々痛くなりますよ。限界に縛られ。
Let's go.
次は少々痛くなります。私らを捧げなさい。敵の皆様、次は少々痛くなりますよ。
Oh, this isn't going too badly. Oh. Thank you for joining. I hope you're enjoying as much as I am. Time for another cup of tea. Ah, lovely. Ooh, that was lovely. Oh, Warspite's firing. Duck and cover. Oh, they just got annihilated, didn't they? Oh, hello, Mr. Evid. It's going well so far. How's your morning going? Ah! Got my finger stuck in my mug. Hey. Hey. This is going great so far. Oh, Warspite's firing windmills. is going well too. We have more than a foot of snow outside. Oh god! I'd agree with that. Definitely stay inside. Where it's lovely and warm. Well, outside, at the moment for me, we have rain. Lots and lots of rain. But then again, this is England. All we seem to get is rain. That one went quickly. Oh, time for the boss battle. See, are you up to the task, Monarch Fleet? I bet it's pretty outside your window though, Mr. Ribbon. With all that snow everywhere. Oh, Hood and Monarch are having their competition again. I think Monarch might have won that round. Oh, it is pretty and annoying. True. Well, what's the lowest temperature going to get for us today? It's oh well. I do not know where my phone is. Oh well. I'll check later. I left it upstairs. Oh well. I was looking to check the temperature outside. But I hope the rain doesn't turn to ice. I've got a big shift tomorrow. Oh! I wonder who can kill more, Hood or Monarch. Ooh, Vanguard girls are almost gone. The beauty loses its appeal when I shovel the driveway, salt it, and then check the weather to see that it'll be snowing all week. Oh god! All that effort just to clear the driveway just to find out you've got more snow inbound. Oh. Yeah, I can understand that feel. Not been in that situation, but I can understand it. I'll comprehend it. I am really sorry. Good luck. I hope the snow doesn't prove too much of a bother for you. Let's see how these girls do. Ooh, Allspite's clearing the board, as usual. And Victorious and Formidable follow up by clearing up after them. Oh, it's all good, this happens every few years. Oh wow. Oh, I bet you guys are prepared for it with your vehicles and everything. Spike tyres and that, or is it chain tyres for the snowy icy area? I'm not sure. Most by it's about to clear the board, I reckon. Either way, snowy tyres end up destroying the road. Ah, it's chain tyres. That's good then. That makes lots of sense. It makes more sense than spike tyres. I think spike tyres are for very up north. Ice. Paths and that. I think that's what spike tyres are for. I think. Not sure, not very good with cars. Trying to think of the word then. Alright, we need to swap these guys around for their roles. So you take on the flagship, you take on the escorts. Let's go. There we go. So apart from the snow, how's your morning been? Oh. You'd think our community would be prepared, but every time this happens, I can look down the main street and watch people sliding off the roads. A bus ended up in a ditch yesterday while my grandfather and I watched from our living room. Oh God! I can't help but laugh at that. Oh, if that happens, actually that happens in England every time we get a tiny bit of snow. Second the roads get icy, just the roads turn into mayhem. It's hilarious to watch. Did the bus going into the ditch happen in slow motion for you? In your head? Oh, that sounds hilarious. Oh. Monarch and Hoodie, you're gonna have your competition again. Queen Elizabeth's trying to clear the board. I don't think her cannons can do it. Oh, Hood stepped up. Almost did it, Hood. Monarch's turn. Monarch cleared the board and then went on to try and kill people at spawn. It was slowly sliding, not just in my head. Was able to take a few sips of my drink while watched it unfold. Oh God. Oh, bet that was entertaining. Oh, funny stories. I've been in that situation where I've been in a car that's sliding down on the ice. It's terrifying for the first few seconds and then you just can't help but laugh at it. There's nothing you can do while you're in that situation, you've just got to sit there and take it. It was my grandfather after it finally came to a stop, said, idiots, and went back to his room. Oh, perfect reaction. That sounds like the absolutely perfect reaction to that situation. Oh, Monarch's almost cleared the board. Thank you, miss. Oh. Got my car stuck in the snow once in my early 20s. Learned to just wait it out after that. Yeah, that's probably the best solution to the problem. I completely agree. Well, I've got to say, thank you, Mr. Everett. You've made my morning even better with that story. Oh, thank you so much. Oh. Hood, you've just fired loads of shells for no reason. Vanguard girls are getting hammered. Come on girls, I know you can do it. Nice shot, Hood. And then Monarch clears the board. Oh, I think. Oh. Is it okay for me to hop into Discord? Or... Yeah, I don't mind. You want to hop into Discord? Go ahead. It's just me in the Discord channel so far. I don't mind. Oh, I think we're about to lose York. I see you've joined the Discord channel. I can't hear you though. Girls, stop for a minute. Stop, stop, stop. Damn it. See if there's a way I can boost your volume. Like we did. No, I've boosted your voice volume. Still can't hear anything coming from your mic. That's very weird. Oh, you've left Discord now. And you've back in. Hey, I think I heard you that time.
Okay.
Yep, I can hear you now.
Oh, perfect.
That was weird.
It was picking on my audio, so I just don't know why it wasn't going through.
Yeah. It was showing up on my end that it was picking up your audio, it just wasn't bringing the sound through to my speakers. Well, headset. Oh, good morning.
Morning to you too. What are you working on?
I'm working on trying to get HMS Drake still.
Oh yeah.
It's going well so far. I've almost got the first combat data done.
That's good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Drake's a long grind, so
That she
definitely
is so
something to
far.
sit down and play. Yeah.
Let's see how far. Oh, she is at 95% on the first lot combat data.
Very nice.
Definitely. Thank you for joining me as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. Oh, I can put another cat into the, what's it? We'll go for Oscar. There you go. So, what are you working on? I'm guessing you're on Azure Lane as well.
Yeah, I'm just doing dailies.
Ah.
I mean, I say dailies. I'm doing the Operation Siren stuff for the day.
Not bad.
Yeah. I haven't gotten too far into it because it wasn't a thing when I was playing the game in the past. And then I took
Yeah.
like a year-long break and came back, and they're like, "Here's this new game mode." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So, dip my toes in, but it's not much.
Well, it's always best to take it slowly and go at it at your own pace.
Right.
So I still don't fully understand Operation Siren either. Confuses the
Right.
hell out of me at times.
1 second.
No problem.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
When did you start playing Azure Lane?
When did I?
Yeah.
I think I started playing it 3 years ago.
Okay.
Because I've got 3 Valentine's presents from Belfast. So I presume it was 3 years ago. I've dropped it and come back to it a few times as well. Just left it in the background for a while.
It's understandable. I did the same thing when I started up college again.
What were you studying? If you don't mind me asking.
Applied sciences.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like 2 semesters into it, a pandemic started and the school shut down, so.
Oh no.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So, since then, I've mostly just been staying home helping take care of my grandpa and my niece.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck with it. Right, so they won't let you study at home? Do virtual
I did.
lectures?
I had done online lectures before, and I could pass them easily. I just don't like the format.
Ah.
And financially, I'm not in a position where I need to be doing anything with my life.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Because we have 3 generations living in this house right now,
Oh, wow.
so bills are covered.
Yeah.
And we've been living in the same place for over a decade, so we're kind of grandfathered in to lower pricing compared to everybody else.
That
so-
makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very good deal at the moment.
It is. I mean, I have to deal with my family every day, but that's, it's a good
True.
trade-off.
Yeah, there's positives and negatives to every situation.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty convenient actually, because I Me and my girlfriend broke up, and then
Oh no, that's not good.
and that's okay. It was a few years ago now.
Oh, okay.
And so basically, we both moved out of the apartment. I moved back in with my family. Was starting up college again. Figured I'd save money and do that.
Yeah.
Sort of like get something to take my mind off of it. And pandemic starts up, and my professors are like, "Make sure you've got your finances in order." I'm like, "Oh, all right. Well, I was gonna pay for college, and I guess I'll just cover bills with that instead." And so
True.
all the money that I would have been paying for an apartment, I'm now saving and just putting towards bills here. With 3 generations of income, it's pretty cheap to live here. So
That's good then.
yeah.
At least it helps you get us. What do they call it? A nest egg
Mm-hmm.
or a rainy day fund? At least it gets that set up for you.
Yeah, that's really. It's weird because like it stopped me from going to college, but it has
Yeah.
helped in that regard.
True.
So
I found out recently how important it is you need to have savings under you.
yeah.
As I broke my elbow and shoulder in a cycling accident a couple of months ago.
Oh, that's not good.
No, ended it. Well, luckily, over here, we don't have to pay for hospital bills because we're covered by the NHS. But the
Right.
drop in my money from work has drastically affected the bills.
Yeah.
So, I understand how badly savings is needed now after that situation. Oh,
Are you recovering well at least, or?
yeah, I've got full movement.
Oh, that's good.
I've got pain when I pull my arm up too high up.
Less good.
But they said that'll stick around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other cyclist didn't see me. Coming round the blind corner, they went straight into the middle of me. Oh well. I took his belt with me though. As he threw me off the bike. Oh well. Do you do a job? If you don't mind me asking.
Not currently, no.
That's not bad.
Well, I could apply
Yeah.
as a caretaker, basically, because I take care of so my grandfather's in his 90s and he's on his way out.
Yeah.
So like he can't get out of bed on his own, he can't go to the bathroom on his own or anything, so it's like
Aw.
full on taking care of the man.
Yeah.
Has to use a walker indoors. So I could apply and get paid for that. It
Yeah.
just happened for some reason. I don't actually have a good reason.
Well, it could be deep down you feel you shouldn't be getting paid for it because it's family member.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, that's the thing, is like, in my state specifically,
Yeah.
we have a system where if you become a caretaker for a family member, you can get paid by the state, like caretaker rates, but reduced.
Oh, okay.
So it's cheaper for them than supplying a caretaker, and you get some money for taking care of someone.
So it's
basically.
a benefit situation.
Yeah.
Benefits them,
exactly.
benefits you.
So
That makes sense.
yeah, when I go to like my doctor and stuff, they'll ask me about it, and they're like, "Why haven't you applied?" Just haven't really gotten around to it.
Makes sense.
What about you? What do you do for work?
I'm a cleaner.
Oh, nice. Where at?
Oh, multiple places. I work for a cleaning company that cleans for offices, building sites, and restaurants so far. It's not just one company I go to clean, it's all over the place.
Okay. The what sort of cleaning is that?
It Depends on the site mainly, but it's mainly just cleaning desks, making sure everything's nice and tidy, cleaning the floors, the toilets,
Yeah.
kitchen areas, all of that. Just standard cleans.
女王の号令でも
Yeah.
この幻想なる帝王を従えられない
Before I decided to go back to school, I was working in renovations.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was good work, but not particularly consistent because I wasn't part of a company. So
Yeah.
I'd be taking on projects as they went, sort of thing. So it's like you work on a project for 3 months and then it ends, and then you have to find a new project.
I think we have a term for that over here. But I heard it from one of the builders. Because the builders at the building company we go clean for, most of their staff are similar. They come in for the project, when the project's end, they move them off somewhere else.
Yeah. Contract work.
Yes! Contractors. Thank you for that.
It's okay. I worked in the field for a long time, so.
Yeah, they called them contractors.
Yeah. I started pushing on 30 and my back started to give me problems, and I figured that I needed to switch fields, so.
I'd probably agree with that. 'Cause when your back starts giving you problems, it is most likely going to be a bit harder to do that type of job.
Yeah. Because it was going to be like difficulty on the job, and then also I didn't want to exacerbate it and then have to pay medical expenses. Because I live in the US, and medical expenses will wreck you entirely.
I've heard.
Yeah.
How come the US never went for that type of healthcare system like Canada or we have over
So-
here in the UK?
In the 50s, there was something called the Red Scare, where basically our government was convinced that there were Russian spies everywhere, and so people were reporting each other and turning each other in for communism all over
Oh
the place.
god.
And the US is roughly the same size in area as all of Europe, and so we have a lot of people kind of in the middle of nowhere, and they're still being taught that, like 70 years later. And so there's a lot of people who think that anything relating to helping people is communism.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's weird.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So small little communities still think in that mentality.
Yeah, I mean that's a big part of it because roughly half of the population lives in a rural area in the U.S.
Okay.
They're a bit slower to update than urban areas.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the people, it's just... The way it works generally is urban areas want to provide social funding, which would do things like help out the schools and stuff
Yeah.
in all areas, including rural areas, because rural areas don't have much income,
Yeah.
and rural areas don't want to participate in communism, so they won't take the money for their schools. And so we're ending up having a lot of issues right now where, like, bridges are collapsing, roads are falling apart, and you have, like, half of America trying to, like, get America's tax money to go into fixing stuff for Americans. And you
Yeah.
have the other half of America saying, no, that's communism. So,
Oh god.
yeah. Putting American taxpayer dollars into Americans is apparently a bad thing to a lot of people. And that's why we have that. And you
Oh,
know, the
God.
opposite of communism, of course, is a free market. It's capitalism. And so for
Yeah.
a free market, you have to let, you know, hospitals and medical practitioners charge you whatever they want. You know, because that's how it
True.
works. That's what a free market is.
Yeah.
So if hospitals want to charge you, you know, $1,500 for an ambulance ride, then that's their right,
Yeah.
because that's how a free market works. And we can't fund it with our tax dollars because we have to... I actually don't know where our tax money's going anymore.
There's no
'Cause,
clear
like-
line.
There's not, like, we accrued more debt over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
for our war in the Middle East than we've made. And
Oh god.
and now we're not in the Middle East anymore, so I'm not really sure, because we're still paying the same amount in taxes. Like, we're still paying for the war right now, even though we're not there anymore, so I'm not really sure where our money's going at this point.
That doesn't make sense then.
Not really. I mean, not to me. It makes sense to someone, I'm sure, but
True.
there's something I'm missing for sure.
I think... I'm not sure. I just base it based on everything I've been taught so far. But I think there's a website over here for us that allows us to see what the government are spending our taxes on. But I'm not sure, I've never actually looked into it. I've just left them to it. Because in my mind, whoever we vote in, we're just voting in another dickhead. Who doesn't know what they're doing.
I feel like that's how everybody feels about their own governments.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't think people are wrong.
No. Whoever gets in charge, no matter how good their motives are, power naturally corrupts those who wield it. Especially those who aren't prepared to wield power. So whoever gets into power is always going to abuse it in one way or another. Even if it starts off tiny, it will eventually lead to a big corruption of power. That's just how it works in my mind.
I mean, it's not far off. And, like, historically, that's the way things have gone. And it's funny to watch too, because like, so I'm about 30. Not about. I am 30. And ever since I became an adult, looking into politics a bit, there are things like, do you know who President Obama was?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to political parties, I don't really care either which way. I don't pick a team sort of thing the way most Americans do.
Yeah.
But it was funny to watch Obama because like during his first term, he made a lot of promises that aligned with like democratic beliefs and viewpoints.
Yeah.
And then when he got his second term, in the US you can only serve 2 terms. So when he got his second one, he can't serve again.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, and I'm just going to do what I want, and proceeded to spend the next 4 years doing that. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess.
Oh, God.
And then after Obama, we got Trump, and he immediately starts with the I'm going to do whatever I want. And it was like, oh, wow. Just like that, huh? So.
Didn't Trump throw a hissy fit at the end of his term?
Yeah, that's definitely a way to put it.
How the news covered it over here was so bloody confusing.
It
Trump
was confusing
posting
here too.
tweets about this, people jumping into riots about it, Trump apologising saying he didn't mean it that way, people are still rioting. Trump forcibly gets removed from the White House. It was so confusing.
I don't remember him forcibly getting removed from the White House, but I might have just missed that part.
Might have
but,
just
yeah,
been
no,
portrayed that over here.
He was definitely pitching well into Biden's presidency that he won the election and that he's the real president.
Yeah.
The whole thing was rather surreal. And it was even more weird because I was at a friend's house who lives on the opposite side of the continent from me when the election was occurring. And their family has very different political positionings to my family. And so I'm sitting there talking to my family on the phone, and they're talking about what's happening, and then I'm listening to my friend's family talk about what's happening. And it's like the furthest ends of the spectrum. I'm listening to one side be like, I knew that this was going to happen. This is exactly how it's supposed to happen. There's no way Trump would win. And then my friend's family is sitting there like, there's no way Trump lost. You all know that Trump won. I'm just like, oh man, this is neat.
God.
It was
That was
interesting.
awkward.
I mean, for the most part, I just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, things happen and unfold. I'll just let them. There's not really much I can do about it.
That's a very good mentality for it, though.
Yeah.
If you stick your head too far into it, it could get very bad either way.
Right. I mean, the way I see it is, I wasn't going to college for politics. I was going to college for natural sciences, so I just vote Green Party and call it good. But
Yeah.
Green Party doesn't, like, it exists in the U.S., but it won't win ever. Like, it only ever gets like 3% of the vote. So,
That makes sense. But I don't think the Green Party over here ever gets any headway.
yeah.
But I
You
think
guys
we've got
Go ahead.
multiple parties over here.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I think you guys have some like 20 something compared to our 2, basically.
I think so. The ones I
Yeah.
remember off the top of my head are the Labour Party. So that's what my family supports. We've got the Lib Dems, Liberal Democrats. We've got the Tories. I don't know what they stand for. We've got the UKIP, which is basically United Independence Party.
Yeah.
We've got the Green Party. I think those are the only 5 I know off the top of my head. I think there's a party for Northern Ireland, because I think the last election, the group that won that got the Irish party to join them. That's how they got
Oh, wow.
into power.
Okay.
Yeah, if an election goes a certain way and there's no clear victor, the parties have to work with each other and join alliances to fold their votes into them.
Yeah.
To then get the winning vote. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But most of those always end on betrayal of the parties. Infighting.
Yeah. We have something kind of similar. It's not really quite. It's more like, instead of having a bunch of parties and then them grouping together to fold their votes in, we have Democrats and Republicans, and they have their primaries, where basically they'll get a whole bunch of candidates, and then they'll have their own private election. So it's like people in the public can vote on it, but it's not. They don't actually have to pick who's voted on. It's like a party, basically. Like, they can just select what they want. And then they'll pick that person to run for president for their party. Yeah, so instead of having a bunch of parties, we have a bunch of candidates apply to Republican and Democrat, and then Republican and Democrat have their own like pre-election from it, and then select who they want. So
Okay.
that's kind of how it works here. And I think Tories, my understanding of it is that they're like British nationalists or traditionalists sort of thing. It's a really loose way of understanding, though, because in the US, when you hear the word Tory, that usually means like people who are committed to Britain during like the Revolutionary War. Because people are real big on the Revolutionary War. It's a real matter of pride for people since it happened some 250 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
I've been seeing videos online of Americans getting confused that we don't get. It's not a big thing in our schools over here to be taught about the Revolutionary War.
right? Like you guys, you had your imperial campaign, and then your colonies sort of dissolved. Like that's just how it happened over time.
Yeah.
That's funny because I've got a lot of friends from like Australia, Britain, Germany, Korea, Japan, China. Just because I live like right next to Seattle and right next to a military base, so I've got people coming and going all the time from all over the place. And it's funny talking to people who don't originate from my country versus people who do originate from my country. Americans are very gung-ho about anything American, and they legitimately believe that it's like the most important thing on the planet and always has been. I'm like, you guys know we're like a baby nation, right? Like, we've done so little compared to the rest of the world. And it's funny too, because like when I went out east, they were trying to show me like these historical sites. I'm like, oh, how old is this building? And they're like, oh, it's like 120 years old. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, it's historical, huh? Like, that's barely older than my grandfather.
I understand.
Americans are very passionate, is a good way to put it.
Yeah. I understand Americans have a lot of pride in their country, which all for them.
Yeah.
You have pride in your country. Have pride in your country.
Yeah. It's weird though, because like, so I have 5 nieces and nephews amongst my 3, offspring of my 3 sisters. And one of them asked me why my neighbor was flying a flag, because we can see each other's backyards from where we are.
Yeah.
And he's got like a 20-foot tall pole with a big like 7-foot US flag in the backyard.
Okay.
And my niece asked why he was flying the flag, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, well, sometimes people forget what country we're in, and they need a reminder. And then she called them stupid. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. I was trying to like avoid telling her that they're a bit fanatical. Because like it is weird. Like pride in your country is fine and all, but like the number of flags we have flying around here is just strange.
Yeah. I think my parents' house, they have a flagpole up, and they change the flag depending on the time of the year. Most of the time, they'll have the Union Jack up for the entire of the United Kingdom. But when football season comes around, they put the England flag up to support their football team.
Right. Switch it out for the things that matter.
Yeah, and then when it comes to the remembrance time of the year, about the memorial for the World Wars and that, they put the... I can never remember the name of it. I just call it the Remembrance Flag. It's a white flag with red poppies and a World War II military man shadowed out, kneeling down in the row of poppies. As in remembrance of the war.
Oh yeah, and it says lest we forget on a few of them.
Yeah.
That's neat. We just put our flag at half-mast.
I think each country has their own way, don't they? Their own ways to remember it.
Right.
Well, I will say, I don't remember the actor's name, but Joey from Friends. Cutie's just reminded me it's Matt LeBlanc. He did something that upset quite a few people over here when he was filming with Top Gear over here. We have obelisks scattered across the place as memorials for the fallen during the wars. He took a Dodge Charger, was it?
Oh.
Dodge Challenger, and started donutting around a memorial obelisk in London.
Yeah, I could see why that'd be problematic.
Cutie's just reminded me it was during the time of Remembrance Sunday as well. It did upset quite a few people. It was probably intended as a joke.
Maybe he didn't know the importance of it?
That's also possible. They could have not told him. And he just saw something, obelisk standing out in the middle of the road. He just thought, perfect. Yeah, the Top Gear team should have told him not to do it.
Yeah.
Oh well. It's the cultural difference, because I bet if quite a few British people have come to America and accidentally upset Americans in a way.
I think just being British upsets most Americans.
Really? Oh god.
Not like on a personal level, but like
yeah.
Americans are easily offended even if no one does anything to instigate. So like when I am spending time with my British friends here, so like when they come to visit, it's not uncommon when people learn that they're British for people to start talking about throwing tea in the ocean and stuff like that. And it's like, guys, he wasn't alive No one in his family was alive. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah. It's the same way like people have a big to do about the Revolutionary War here.
Yeah.
Because like when we go over school lessons for the rest of the world, for the most part, unless you go into college education for it, which isn't paid for through our taxes for the most part here, so you have to pay for that out of pocket too.
Yeah.
So if you're going through like primary school and through like high school, which is like when you're 18 roughly,
Yeah.
the only real education we get for the rest of the world is how we interacted with them at certain points in history, usually relating to warfare.
Ah.
And that is, for the most part, how we're taught about the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Which is really depressing to say out loud, I guess, because I've never thought about that. So, like, when it comes to Britain, most of what we learn is like, we were a colony, we wanted our freedom, and then we threw their tea in the ocean, and we fought them, and we beat them, and then they came back, and we beat them again. And then World War II came, and they begged us for help, and then we went and saved them. Oh, and World War I before that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like most of what's taught about Britain in the US. So, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
what-
system.
when I went through school, I think I'm only a couple of years younger than you. We were taught. We weren't taught about the American Revolution or anything. What we were taught about America was overall history of the world history. From what we know, that you guys were one of our colonies, you rebelled, and then you wanted to go your own way.
Yeah.
So, for the majority of it, we left you to it. Essentially. But
Yeah.
in our history
Well-
lessons, if we had a question about any of the countries, the teacher would just tell us,
Yeah.
or give us a book on the country we're asking about.
For the most part, schooling here doesn't work on a system of like students asking questions and teachers answering. It's more like, I'm the teacher, here's what I have planned out, I'm going to go over this, and then you need to do the work and turn it in. Which I understand that's how like most schooling works worldwide,
Oh,
but
definitely.
trying to like ask questions in the middle of class is usually not something that goes anywhere. That's more like college end or
Yeah.
university. I'm not really sure. You guys refer to it as college too, yeah?
From what I understand of it, your college is our university. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a weird one. So when you say university, you're basically saying the same thing I am when I say college, but we
Yeah.
also have university, which is like the nicer version of college.
That's what we call college. Over
Yeah.
here. You
Like I
don't-
said, we don't
Yeah.
fund people into our colleges here typically. So there's like the poor out. It's weird to say. There's like the poor college, and then there's the wealthier college, but you're paying out of pocket no matter which one you go to.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, I think our system goes primary school, high school, or secondary school, depending on what part of the UK you're in. Then to college, then to university.
Yeah.
You have to go through college to get to university. Otherwise, the university won't even look at you.
you don't have to, but most people do. A lot of it really just depends on your finances, honestly.
Yeah.
If you're financially well off and you score well, you can just go straight into university. If you're not financially well off, but you can score well, you're generally going to go through college first and then into university. That's how most people do it.
Yeah.
If you score poorly and you're well off financially, as long as you're willing to contribute enough to a school, you can still go to university.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sort of just pay your way in, sort of thing. It's like
Yeah.
free-to-play games where they have like you can pay money to just catch up with people who've actually played. It's a lot like that.
Yeah,
except like with people's lives. So
that makes sense.
yeah.
I think the way our colleges are free over here, because they're all still under the schooling bubble.
Yeah.
We need to get I'm trying to remember what the word was for it. There's a specific word for the money we have to pay for it for university. Second I finished college, I'd had enough of school and decided I wanted to try and get a job. So I didn't even bother with university. But we have a specific word for the money that we use to get into university. We have to apply for it and then pay it back over time like a loan.
Yeah.
But we only have to start paying it back when we earn over a certain amount of money.
Okay.
It's like,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's like if you finish university and then go into a job like a waiter, you won't have to pay back the university until you get a more high-paying job, and then they'll start taking the money off you for the university.
Okay. In some of our states, we have systems kind of like that. So the way the U.S. works is it's similar to the EU, where it's like a conglomeration of a bunch of different nations, basically.
Yeah.
Because like states means nations in most cases, which to most Americans is weird. Like that's something that people have difficulty understanding here.
Yeah.
And we do sort of make our own laws. Like in my state, you can legally just go to the grocery store, buy marijuana, and then just come back home and smoke it. But in the state right next to me, which is like, a 5-hour drive from me, it's illegal. And you can go to prison for, like 10 plus years for doing it. Sort of thing. So we have our own sort of laws, but then we have the federal government, which sort of gets to determine things in the end. And so in some states... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to say, that does sound a lot like the EU.
Yeah. I think the EU might be modeled after the US, honestly. I'm not sure, but...
Probably is.
Seems pretty similar.
Because the EU came up right after the World War II happened.
Oh, did it?
I think so. From my understanding, it did. We were one of the founding members of the EU.
It looks like there were other sort of like unions for Europe, but the EU itself seems to have started in 1993.
Yeah.
Because I know that there were predecessors to it.
Yeah, that were the start of it, type thing. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on it.
What I was getting at though was there are some states, they're usually the more like liberal states that are trying to get that sort of system that you were just talking about in, where you go to college and then you pay back once you're earning enough sort of thing.
Yeah.
But a much more proliferate method is for colleges to just keep raising the price every year. And then students who want to get in have to take out loans to do it. And then loan rates are bad enough that like, so my ex, she went to college and got her, what was it? She got her bachelor's, so a 4-year degree in psychology and sociology.
Okay.
And she's been paying off on it for the last 8-ish years. And she owes more than she did when she started paying it.
Oh God.
Yeah. The US currently has more student loan debt than there was, like, just debt for Americans 30 years ago. And we have student loan agencies doing things like sending thousands of their employees off to vacations, like 2-week-long vacations, to celebrate the amount of money they've made. And it's like, it's depressing to watch.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is what it is.
True. There's not much we can do about it.
Right.
That type of thing.
I mean, I live in a state where they are trying to fix that, and they are trying to do things similar to the way Europe is doing it when it comes to education.
Yeah.
It's just, that's just my state sort of thing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, like, I can go to school and I could afford out of pocket. Like, a year of school is only going to cost me like $4,000, which is doable.
Yeah.
Like, that's perfectly fine. I can do that out of pocket fine. But then I've got friends who are living in other states where they have to pay like, tens of thousands of dollars for a year. And that's kind of rough to watch.
Makes sense. Eee. I think we might be diving a bit too deep into it now.
I think so too.
Oh.
I'm still just working on Operation Siren. This takes a long time. I didn't realize how long it took.
I don't think I'm far into Operation Siren. I've just made it to Liverpool, which looks far nicer than the actual Liverpool. I'm sorry if anyone's watching from Liverpool, but yes. The Liverpool in Operation Siren looks far nicer than what I've seen of Liverpool.
Yeah. I find that most like artist renditions of things tend to look nicer than the reality.
Yeah. I think Liverpool got held as a cultural site last year.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I can't remember. Well, I think I'm gonna have to leave the stream there for today.
Alright.
I've got to fix my bike for work tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
It's good talking to you.
No, definitely. It's good talking to you as well. Oh, I don't think I'm doing Azure Lane stream tomorrow. Or Thursday. I'll probably be doing one on Friday.
Okay.
But I am playing Resident Evil 6 and 2 Remake later on this evening. Feel free to join if you're interested.
Okay. It's the middle of the night for me now, so I'm
Probably not, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry if you're not at all. Don't worry.
Alright.
Well, great talking
Catch you
to
later.
you.